This video is to answer the questions about supervision and evaluation. I asked my building administrator how he balances the conflicting role of being an evaluator and a supervisor. He said he's always supervising, doing walkthroughs, and just talking to the teachers, talking to the students. The experienced teachers that he deals with, he knows that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing and they're doing the right thing, so he doesn't spend as much time supervising them as he does new teachers. He supervises them much more closely, and he said he usually knows within the first 6 weeks whether a new teacher is going to be one that he keeps the next year, or if it's time to start looking for this teacher's replacement. He said he doesn't really have that problem with the experienced teachers on his campus. They typically do what they're supposed to do, and he really just needs to evaluate them and not supervise them as closely. He said it's hard to evaluate teachers because a lot of the time they don't meet the expectation that he had as a teacher in the classroom, and he wants all of his teachers to have the same level of commitment that he had. And so he said it's really hard to balance that in his evaluation. He said if the teachers aren't willing to go the extra mile and do what needs to be done to help the students, to help the campus, then he isn't as willing to work with them as he is with the teachers that are willing to put forth the effort for the campus. The second question I asked him was what opportunities he had to develop instructional supervision. And he said working in a small district, he really didn't have much. He does a lot of self-reflecting, a lot of self-teaching. He reads everything that he can get his hands on in the principal world and instructional world. He attends conferences. He joined ASCD and to read their publications. He just said a lot of the education that he got was self-taught. He also said that he has had to decide what was fundamentally important to him, and that was what he focused on. 3 authors that he talked about was Sean Kane and Fundamental 5. Mike Schmoker and Todd Whitaker were authors that he uses a lot to form his style as a principal. He said, combine what you think is important with what is important for the students and what's important for the best teachers. And he said, always keep the best teachers in mind, because he doesn't want to overload the best teachers, because then they're already doing a lot. And if you put more on their plate, they're going to burn out faster. So I've had a lot of time to think about this and what's important to me and what I need to be able to balance the two. And my final answer, I think, was confidence. I am extremely introverted. I like being in my classroom. I like working with the kids, and I've been doing it for 24 years. My security and my safety net. And it's going to be really difficult for me to go into another teacher's classroom and evaluate and tell a teacher what he or she needs to work on and what weaknesses he or she may have. It will just take confidence with me, and I think also just developing my style as a principal and not so much as a classroom teacher will just take some work and take some time, and it's a learning experience.